Merch, Minds, Podcast, episode number 95. My name is Glenn. Yong is here.
Yes, sir.
And pretty good episode. Special guest as usual. They're all special, but really good guest this time, I should say.
Man, they're all good guests, man.
No.
What are you trying to say?
Really
you can't pick favorites.
No. All right, they're all good guests, but a guest that you can also meet in Seattle if you're going. Let's put that.
Go for it, man.
I was gonna ask how you've been. As far as I know, we're gonna talk a little Create Space to see how you're doing. But what about in general? How are you doing? Not even business wise. You alone.
Oh, I'm losing my damn mind. We're trying to be funny. What was that
like I'm pumped for Q4. Riled up right now because we're not.
That was like a quick question. I'm losing my damn mind, dude. I get frustrated all the time, right? I mean, but other than that, I'm doing fine. I'm healthy. I have my career. I got my merch account. I got a bunch of other things going on. I can't complain.
Maybe you'll be less frustrated if maybe get you like a lovely lady,
dude.
Go on a couple of dates.
Dude, I'm working on that, man.
Okay, I look at this guy. Smooth.
Yeah.
All right, you want to talk about merch numbers?
Let's do it. I can start off. Last 7 days, 116 shirts sold. Check this out. 1 return.
Nice.
Product purchase, $2,290.73. Estimated royalties, it keeps going up. $483.30.
Okay, there we go. Are you liking the numbers as far as growing a little bit, or?
Well, no. I mean, of course, I'm liking the numbers because they're getting higher, but it's still just it's all over the place, right? I mean, and this is something that we'll talk about during the show when we talk to our guests. But it's unpredictable, right? Like 5 months ago, we would be able to predict our numbers, kind of. Right now, it's all over the place. I think there was one day last week where I freaking sold 4 shirts. And then the next day it goes up to like 20 or something.
How many shirts have you did you upload like yesterday, the day before, or this week in total?
I think yesterday I did maybe 20. Today I only done 3. No, 5.
What's your goal per day? Like you're trying to get like 20 a day or something?
Just whatever I can. There's no way so right now I can my daily limit is 500.
Oh.
Yeah. There's no freaking way I'm going to do 500 every damn day. I'll just do whatever I can, and then that's what I work with. I re-upload everything that falls off. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I do.
Okay.
What about your numbers?
Last 7 days, 191 products sold, and revenue. I don't think we really have to say the revenue, right? But royalties, $631.63.
How many live shirts do you have?
I have. Let me go back. I have. Well, now we're including the things that we're not supposed to talk about, so that has gone up. Do we still?
Which I still think is stupid because it's the thing that we're not supposed to talk about. There isn't anything exclusive. It's just for some reason they don't want us talking about it.
So it might seem inflated because of that. Let's put it that way. Like they're not new products; they're just inflated now because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So products live, 5,439.
Okay.
Out of 12,000 tier.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So there isn't much merch news. I mean, we'll talk about we'll talk about certain things. But yeah, I mean, not much as far as merch news is concerned. I think most of us, or I shouldn't say most of us, a lot of us got a notice about the subject that we're not supposed to talk about, which I don't even know why we're talking about it when we're not supposed to talk about it.
Well, no one even know what it is. They're just saying the thing we're not supposed to talk about.
Exactly. We're not supposed to talk about it. So why are we talking about it?
That's very true. We shouldn't talk about it.
Well, I brought it up, so whatever. Let's see. The
Yeah,
student
merch
that
news. You said there was none?
well, not that I know of. I mean, like I said, there was that one thing that came out, but we're not supposed to talk about it.
Okay.
Um,
what about what about the Seattle conference? You want to mention that?
yeah, Seattle conference. Again, we had talked about that last week. You and I. I'm assuming. I'm just going to assume that we're presenting together on stage, hand in hand. I think that'll be fun. Um, and I'm going to assume that people want to hear us talk about design because that's what we've been preaching since day one.
Yeah.
So that's something that you and I would definitely finalize before the conference. But yeah, so have you bought your plane ticket?
Yeah, about the plane
When are you
tickets.
flying in and when are you flying out? Because
Uh,
these are things I need to know. Damn it.
I'm just going in pretty much for the conference. So like I'll be there. When's the conference? On Thursday?
It's
Yeah.
Thursday.
So I'll be there on Wednesday, and
So
then
it'd be
I leave
Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday early evening. You'll get in,
Wednesday
and then you're flying
early.
out.
Yeah.
What, Saturday morning?
Yeah. Saturday morning, I think I'm flying out.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because I was talking to RJ, and he's staying with us. I don't know why.
he plans on like cuddling and stuff. I have no clue
I
about that or what he's trying to
I
do.
don't know why he's trying to get his Ricky Martin on with us.
But
Um, but yeah. So okay, cool. And then
you
yeah.
want to talk
So
create space numbers?
not really, because I haven't done nothing on CreateSpace really. But no, that's something we'll talk about here.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Go ahead.
um, yeah,
My bad.
we'll talk about that here in a second. But the student that I hired, she's working out really good.
Okay.
You know, she's
That's good.
pumping out. You know, I pretty much gave her like a Google sheet with everything that I want. You know, if there's some examples that I can attach to it as a reference, I'll add the link to it.
Okay.
And she's been doing really, really good. I'm expecting her performance as far as numbers to go down because I think San Jose State started officially last week or maybe it was this week. I don't know. So, and it's like I told you last week. I told her and I told her mom, your studies come first. Just because you're making a little money on the side, don't let that distract you from your studies. Um, and I'm totally going to be on top of that. If her mom tells me that her grades are slipping, I'm going to have to take that job away from her. That's just how it is.
And I think school just started, didn't it, for most
I think so.
colleges?
I think it's. I don't know if it started this past week or the week before, but like I'm saying, so because she was pumping out designs on a regular basis, but
Yeah.
I'm expecting her performance as far as numbers to go down because I think school started.
Okay.
Um, so one thing I want to talk about with you is, do you get a lot of messages from people asking us to like promote their products and stuff?
Not only they get messages, emails, and DMs. Now they're coming in through Instagram. Like not they were just coming in through Facebook. Now they're coming in through Instagram and email. Well, that one's
Mm-hmm.
always there. So
Mm-hmm.
random stuff too, and
Yeah, no, it's just
kind of like
random stuff.
platforms and products I've never heard of before.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So yeah.
Yeah, I think you and I are pretty much getting the same messages then because
Yeah.
and here's the thing, look, I don't have a problem with people messaging me, and if you have something that you think it's worth sharing with the community, I don't have a problem with that, but I have a problem with the way they ask, "Hey, can I post this in your group?" Okay. How about, "Hey, this is my product. This is what it does. This is how it will benefit the merch community. Let me give you a free sample or whatever. Try it out. If you like it, maybe you can promote us." I think that'd be a better way to ask instead of, "Can I post this in your group?"
Yeah. Most of the ones that I get are kind of like they're very stock like, so it's very like copy and paste. So it's like, "Hi, Glenn." And then like everything else is just very basic, like it's just like the same info. So they probably just
Mhm.
copy paste that, "Hi, Yong," and then like the
Right.
same info all over again. So it's not really telling like anything personal, like as far as like what they believe in as far as the products, just
Hmm.
kind of like let's just see who bites, and then we can get on the podcast, or we can just promote our stuff and make money.
Right. And you know what? Here's the thing. Look, I said this on RJ and Matt show, right? And I don't have a problem saying this. I'm more of like the internet marketer between me and Glenn. Glenn, he wants to put out content and he just wants to make money selling on eBay and doing merch. I don't have a problem saying that. Look, if you guys want to hate on me for pushing products and services, that's fine. But I only push products and services that I think will benefit you guys, and there are things that I personally use. Like I don't just freaking, someone comes up to me with some product, I'm not gonna say, oh, okay, yeah, let's peddle this and I don't do that. Like we get tons of these messages, and it's just like, I don't, what is it? What does it do? Tell me. I don't know what you're selling. I don't know what you're trying to sell to me. So again, I welcome all messages, but if you want to try and have us promote something, at least have the decency to tell us what it does and how it can benefit the community. Don't just, oh, can I promote this in your group? Whatever. And we'll talk about CreateSpace now, okay? So CreateSpace, look, I'll be completely honest with you. I have not uploaded any journals probably in the past week.
Okay.
I've been, what I've been doing is, and you obviously know this, I've been having more fun creating the actual templates that goes into the book, and creating those and then selling those to the public. I've been having more fun doing that. And again, if you guys are thinking, oh, well, you're just doing that to make money. Well, number one, yeah, duh. I'm not doing it for free, but at the same time, I'm making them for dude. I'm selling them for so damn cheap. I was telling someone the other day, I was like, between the affiliates and then splitting the money with Manny and stuff, I'm like, dude, I barely have enough to freaking pay for my dog's daycare cost. And I'm being completely
How
sincere
much is
here.
dog daycare?
Oh, dude, you don't want to know.
Now I
I'll
kind
tell
of
you
do
after
want to know.
dude, I'll tell you after the show. You're gonna freaking lose your damn mind. I don't want to say on the air because people are just gonna flip out.
Well, this
I'm
is California.
not just California; it's the Bay Area.
Okay.
I've
All
always
right.
said this. Everything's double or triple here.
Okay, maybe I don't want to know.
You probably don't want to know, dude. You're gonna freaking flip out when I tell you how much I pay for doggy daycare. But yeah,
Okay.
I barely freaking make money to cover that. But yeah, so I've been having more fun doing that than actually publishing the journals. But one thing I need to do is I need to reach out to Steven because I know his son. I wanted to hire his son and have him resize my covers, right? And that's something that we had agreed on. We haven't actually started yet. So at some point, I need to reach out to them and have his son caught up with how to use Photoshop properly. But one thing I do want to say, I had a few people ask me about the templates. They were asking me, they're like, what's the difference between your templates and Catherine Shelton's templates? I guess Catherine, um, she she uh, she created oh gosh, what is that called? Tangent templates. Have you heard of that, Glenn?
No,
Okay.
but I know who you're talking about.
Okay. So the difference is, well, first of all, look, I don't know Catherine. I never once had a conversation with her. I know of her. Um, and but I will say this. So basically, tangent templates is what Catherine created, Glenn. And you can go in there and you can create general templates for CreateSpace in all kinds of different sizes. And I have a friend who bought it, and he showed me how tangent templates work. And kudos to Catherine, man. She did an amazing job with this, dude. I mean, I speak highly of her. With
Real
what she
deal
did.
templates.
Oh no, these are freaking nonsense. Great. I mean, these are freaking awesome. So kudos to Catherine. I would love to have a conversation at one of these days.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing is they're a little more niche specific templates. They're for to kind of give you guys an example. They're Like the workout templates, the Bible study templates, password log templates. I'm doing more niche specific templates, and I'm only focusing on 6x9s because when we took Kelly's course, she told us, she said the most popular size are the 6x9s. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm normally, that's what I'm focusing on. So I'm not in any way in competition with Catherine. At least I don't think so. I mean, I don't know what she thinks of me. Again, I never had a conversation with her, but I would love to sit down and have a conversation with Catherine. Maybe we can even have her on the show. But from what I saw, that would be the main difference.
Okay.
So just wanted to throw it out there. Let's see. Um, I guess I can talk about this like in a general sense. Collab. Okay, again, we're not supposed to talk about it. I people keep asking me. I haven't done anything, guys. I don't look. I've sat and watched. Uh, what the hell is that guy's name? The Dawson guy.
Yeah.
I've
Shane.
watched a few of his. Yeah, Shane Dawson. I watched a few of his videos and I can't watch him, man. It's just they're nuts. They're crazy. Okay, I don't want to make shirts for Sean Dawson,
Shane.
because Shane Dawson, whatever his damn name is, because it's not my thing. So people keep asking me, how's Collab doing? It's not. I don't want to watch these videos, man. I don't know what they're about. So I don't know, man. Have you watched any of these videos, man? Any of them?
I have seen his videos. Yeah.
No, I mean any of these guys. I think there's like an orange video, something about an orange.
Is it like a talking orange or something?
Something is that what it is?
I don't know. I don't even know what
Eric
influencers
Rosenberg
are
was telling me
eligible.
something about some freaking orange or something. I'm like I've never even heard of these things. Then you know what? Maybe I should. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I haven't done anything with Collab. That's pretty much all I can say. Okay,
Okay.
I haven't done anything with it. Um, Other than that, man, anything else, man? How was your? Well, no, we talked about this, right? Yeah, because we just did a show this past week about Atlanta. You said your Atlanta trip went good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Atlanta went good. And yeah, I mean Seattle's kind of the next, I think, bigger one, especially with us doing a presentation. So we got to get on that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But other than that, guys, we have a really really cool guest, Matt Carlett. I'm sure you guys have heard his name. He runs merch. Was it merchdesignfactory.com design agency? I didn't realize. When you hear the interview, he blows my mind when he tells me how many people he has working for them. I think that's just phenomenal. I didn't realize he had a whole team like that. But listen to the interview. Great guest. Love to have him back on in the near future. Let's talk to Matt. Hey guys, this week we are talking to the one and only Matt Carlett. Matt, welcome to the show. Uh, it's I know you and I have talked a few times behind the scenes, and I apologize, man. We should have had you on the show sooner, but
That's all
hey,
right.
better late than never. You're here.
Absolutely.
Welcome, man.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, so one thing before this is something that we ask our guests.
Yeah.
If you want to share your numbers, your last 7 days, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to share, you don't have to.
No, I'll gladly share my last 7 suck. I hate to say that because I know there's people out there doing less, but for me, it's just been a roller coaster this summer. Summer's always pretty slow for me, but this summer has been
it's been unpredictable,
terrible.
right?
Yeah. So I've done let's see, 273 for the past 7 days.
That's what sold?
Yeah, that's how many shirts I've sold.
Dude, what are you bitching about? What the hell's the matter with you?
Well, see, I know that I knew that was going to happen but you got to understand, like, I'm used to doing, like, Like, I'm doing more than that.
No,
I mean,
I've
sold just slightly under 40,000 shirts total.
Wow.
So I'm close to that, like mythical, like Amy Herberger level. I'm 10,000 away. So I'm hoping like within the next 8-9 months, I can get another 10,000 shirts, get over that 50,000 shirts sold mark, and get tiered up to 100K.
The 100K. See,
Yeah.
and you know what's funny was I thought, like, when I first saw that a while back, I thought it was like a joke or something, but apparently it's the real deal, man. There's like the 100K tier.
Yeah, it's legit. I've seen it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, man. We should definitely get her on the show in the near future. But so tell us about how you got started, man. I mean, you know, we always enjoy talking to people, and you know, I think most of us pretty much heard from Chris Green. But I mean, how'd you get started, and what was it like for you?
Well, today's actually a special day for me. I don't know. We're not like live, right? This will be shown later.
Yeah, just you know, it'll come out on Monday.
Okay, perfect. But today it's the 24th. So 6 years ago today, I left my corporate job.
Amen.
I actually was doing internet marketing at the time, and had niche sites and stuff. And then Google decided to take all those out one day. So I went into FBA. I'd always sold online in some sort of fashion, eBay. I even was on Amazon. I sold CDs and DVDs on Amazon, hundreds of them, but I merchant fulfilled everything. Well, by this time, FBA had come out, so I really sunk everything into FBA. So I left my corporate job, came home, brought all my kids home with me. I had 3 kids, and brought them home. They were all under school age. So we were paying a lot for daycare. So I brought them home with me, and then I just hit FBA as hard as I could. And that's how I started like my full-time like online selling business. And after doing that for 4 years, 4 years. Yeah. So I guess a little bit less than 4 years full-time. Then I found Merch by Amazon. I of course heard about it from Chris Green, like everybody else did.
Just like everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah. And February of I signed up for it immediately, which I think was October of 15. And I didn't take it serious because that was right before Q4. So I did FBA all through Q4. And then I was just so burned out. And I was like, I don't even want to touch another product right now. So I took all of January off and just spent time with my kids and stuff. And then February, I started really looking into Merch by Amazon. And I put up four or five leap year shirts. And I woke up the next morning and I had like 7-8 sales, and I was like, okay, this has legs. So I started throwing. I took 6 months, man. I didn't even get on Facebook much or anything. I just uploaded shirts.
Wow,
that's how I started.
So what tier are you on now?
I'm only on 8K. If you can believe that.
Because and how many shirts do you have live?
Right now I have. It's a little under 10,000 right now.
Okay.
Live. But that includes.
Wait a minute. How's that possible? You're on the 8K or 80K?
I'm sorry. I was at 8K. I keep thinking of myself at 8K, but they just jumped me up to 19K because of all that stuff that's going on. I'm sorry. So I still think of myself at 8K because I was there for so long. Okay. No, I'm at 19K now, which is recent because of all the stuff we're not supposed to talk about that's going on.
Exactly.
And I have just a little bit under 10K up right now, and that includes everything.
It's not bad, man. That's not bad. So you're definitely playing the numbers game. But yeah, man, I definitely had heard about you in the reselling community because I was a big FBA guy. Like yourself. Yeah. I taught a lot of people how to do FBA. So your name was, it was a name that I've seen, throughout the years. Obviously, we had never reached out to each other until recently. Glenn, did you have any questions for Mr. Carlett, who's at the 8,000 tier?
Maybe a little bit more about the transition phase. I mean, so what? Because I have people on the channel that do like eBay and FBA and other things. So what? Did you just get tired of? I mean, we saw this opportunity, of course, with merch, but did you ever just get tired of, especially after that last Q4, of toys and sending out a bunch of products that you're like, you know what, I really want to go into this now. Like, can you talk about that transition phase?
Dude, I'll be perfectly honest, and I don't know if you can swear on here, but I was just fucking sick.
No, go for it, man.
I was just fucking sick of FBA.
Yeah,
I was sick of.
I don't blame you.
Sick of. I had It was just my son and I at home during the day because my other two kids had gone to school by that point, and you know, I'd drop him off at preschool.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go shopping for 2.5 hours. I'd come home. I'd pack everything up. And it was the same thing day in, day out. And I was just like, you know, Q4, I was working around the clock and I was just like, I'm burnt out. I need to figure out something else because I just can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So literally that January, I took it off. I just said, I need a break. Took it off, just enjoyed my kids. Didn't really do, it was nice. I had the luxury because of Q4 that I was able to take the month off, you know?
Yeah.
And just started to reevaluate where I was at and what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I really started looking into merch by Amazon. And the transition wasn't that hard because I was so sick of FBA. You know?
Yeah. So doing merch was fresh. It was something different, but it was still Amazon, and you saw the potential. Obviously, because it was Amazon, you saw the dollar bill signs at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. No, absolutely.
I come from a creative background. When I went to college, I never graduated from college, but when I went to be an art teacher. So I was an art major.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
So I sort of knew, you know, I didn't know anything about Photoshop or anything, but I definitely had a creative background. So it actually, when I started doing it, it fulfilled that creativity that I hadn't done in a long time. I came from corporate IT. I mean, I was in IT for 13 years in the corporate world. So there was nothing creative about that. I mean, I'd set up networks and, you know, I mean, that's what I did. I set up virtual networks and stuff. And to me, that didn't fulfill anything for me, you know?
Yeah.
So merch by Amazon really fulfilled that creativity for me.
And were you like laser focused on merch and just growing that, or did you have other like reselling or selling projects going on at the same time?
I did have 3 private label products at the time.
Oh, okay.
I've since let them go because I didn't want to, people came in on them and I just didn't want to deal with them. It sounds like I'm so lazy, but I just really didn't want to deal with.
No, it doesn't sound like you're lazy because like I said, so for the listeners, if you guys never done FBA, whether it's private label, wholesale, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, I'm not gonna lie, the fucking money is great, especially during Q4, because the story between me and Glenn is Glenn got in the same time you did, right?
Yeah.
Like right when merch was announced, he got in, and so that was, like you said, October. I met up with Glenn that December, and he was telling me about merch. He goes, "Yo, man, did you get into merch yet?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dude, I'm grinding it out doing Q4." He goes, "Man, you gotta look. You know, you gotta check it out because I made like $3,000-4,000 this month." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What?" So by the time I got into it, you know, there were all kinds of restrictions and just it was a hot mess, right?
Right.
But going back to the original topic, like the money doing FBA is really, really good, especially during Q4. But it's a constant grind. Like it's literally 6-7 days of going out and sourcing, and you know, if you don't source, that means there's someone out there taking your money because they're sourcing, right? And so it's just 6-7 days, you know, 10-12 hours of sourcing, and then it just wears on you.
Yeah,
it really does. So
man, it got me good. I was like, I'm done. But I had been selling online for, God, man, I did it as a side hustle for at least 5 years before I quit my job. And what I would do, the way I got started was that I bought up people's CD and DVD collections on Craigslist. And then I started selling them one at a time on eBay. And I made a shitload of money. And then I heard about Amazon. And then I made a shit ton of money. And that was before FBA. So literally every day I was selling at least over 100 things a day.
Right.
But I was processing 100 things every single night when I'd get home from my full-time job.
Yeah.
So it was like I'd been doing it a long time, like before I had kids and stuff like that. So then when I had kids, it was like, okay, I gotta like some FBA was a savior because it was like I could send the shit into them, they would send it out for me. So that was easier. But after doing that for 3 or 4 years, I was like, okay, I'm just done. I'm just done. You know?
Yeah. No, and I kind of talk about how, I'm not ever going to quit doing FBA and stuff, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I haven't shipped in any items in probably close to a year. Do I miss it? I miss the money. I'm not gonna lie, but like I said, I mean, you obviously know Glenn. Right? You've done a little FBA.
Yeah.
It's a constant grind. But let me ask you then, Matt. I mean, do you miss? I mean, do you get burnt out doing merch at all? Like, does it get boring? I mean, obviously, it's not physical labor.
Yeah.
But do you ever just get burnt out, like to the point, like, this is stupid. I don't want to do this no more. Kind of like what FBA did.
I don't get burnt out. I do get frustrated. Like this summer, I've gotten frustrated because, dude, I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, and I'm seeing numbers like that I was seeing like my first 4 or 5 months into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, my stuff's dropped that much, but it's made me refocus. I mean, it's made me focus on other things. See, the thing that frustrates me is that like July is always my worst month. But
I think summer in general, right?
Yeah. But last July I did double the numbers I did this July. I have way more products out there.
Yeah.
It didn't really make sense. It doesn't really make sense to me, but I know that I'm not going to complain about it because I know that merch is in a big fluctuation period and whatever, and things are looking up and I try not to get frustrated, but it's hard. I mean, it's really hard not to get frustrated when you see your numbers cut in half and your options have been opened up so much more.
The reason I'm laughing is because you're saying the same things that I've been saying for the past 2 months now.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I don't want to bitch because listen, there's no better way to make money out there right now than merch, as far as I'm concerned. Like if you don't have a dime, if you don't have a pot to piss in, but you got an internet connection, you can make money. I mean, that's what they've given us. And I've always considered that the way I looked at my merch business was that each one of these designs is a little asset that's just going to keep paying me and paying me and paying me. I mean, even right now, if I go through my stuff that's selling, I mean, there's tons of shit in there that I've been selling for 2.5 years. And if I look at my, Pretty Merch came out with that nice little thing where you can click on it and it shows all your
data. I like that.
Yeah, all your data forever.
So
all your best selling shit, and it's like, dude, that shirt's gotten me, has paid for my mortgage for 2 years or whatever. That shirt's paid for my car for 2. I mean, it's just awesome information to look at. It's really cool.
But the message, I guess, to people that just got into merch is you're not going to see results immediately. Kind of like what we've been saying. It's going to take some time. Like, I mean, you can make money. Like Matt said, look, the potential is there. You just got to stick with it. There's going to be a lot of frustrations. There's going to be a lot of changes. Like Amazon's known to make changes. They do it all the time. They'll probably do it again here within the next month or two. We're all going to get pissed and we're going to go into groups and bitch about it. But at the end of the day, you just got to stick with it. And then if you're persistent, I think, like Matt said, there's money to be made for sure.
There's one thing that everybody who's successful in merch has in common. So I know a lot of us, like Neil and Ken and I and Amy Herberger and Linnell and Stephanie with them, we all got into it at the same time. But I feel like the success, like that, because we've had so much success is because we've grinded. I mean, I took 6 months and just grinded the ever living shit out of merch. I mean, that's what I focused on. That's how and after 3 months, I was making good money. After 4 months, I was making better money. From February to August, I was making more money than I made in freaking IT as a server guy. And I did well in IT.
But by August, that's a good profession. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I did well. I did very well. But by August, from February to August, I was making more money than I made at that job. Mm-hmm. And then it just went up and up from there. I'll tell you what blew my mind is my first Q4 with merch. Holy shit. The money was just running. I mean, I was doing like every day, like there'd be like $2,000. Like it was just crazy. I mean, the first Q4 was insane. Absolutely insane.
Glenn, how did you do again in your first Q4?
I think I made 10,000, I think. Well, close to 10,000 that month.
See, I missed it, man. I missed that. You bastards.
Mine was almost 25.
25. Man.
So let me ask you this question. Well, real quick, I guess let me ask you this question. Now that you said you have a little bit over 10,000 shirts live.
Yeah.
So what is your next step or game plan that's going to take you to the next level? Or what is even the next level that you want to get to?
Dude, that's a good question. I just want to keep building, and I'm also want to keep building out. My next level is to build out on other things too, like create space, like like Etsy, get my Etsy stores going better than they are now. As far as merch goes, it's just grinding, man. Like literally, I'm just every day I just grind it out.
Just numbers game, would you say? Numbers game and adding.
I think it is a numbers game, but I think guys like Nicholas Medeja are showing us that you're going to get for a lot further ahead if you learn traffic.
Yeah, see, and that's what I've been saying, because here's the thing, man. Like what put me on the radar, and I've said this probably 1,000 times by now. What put me on the radar in the community was at one point about 5 months ago, I was consistently making $3,000 a month with like 300 shirts live. Right. And people were just mind blown because my ratio was just
that's an awesome ratio.
Right. And so people and then like you, my royalty has been literally cut in half. And I tell Glenn this all the time. I was like, look, man, the freaking market's saturated. It's just too many people. There's too many shirts. Regardless of how good your designs are, they're getting lost. And so I agree with you, man. We have to learn how to drive traffic. AMS was working at one point. Obviously, they pulled the plug on that. There's rumors that they might come up with their own, merch by Amazon. What do you call it? The advertising. Yeah, I mean, there's other ways to drive traffic, of course. Social media, Pinterest, and whatnot. So what are you doing as far as trying to drive traffic?
Well, I do Pinterest, which I've seen a great. It's hard to track because I'm using the Amazon links instead of like say a Bitly link. But I hired somebody to do it. Sorry to jump all over the place.
No, that's fine.
I hired somebody to do Pinterest. I can't even remember her name. Last name's like Balestra or Deanna.
No, I know Teresa Rose. I took her course.
Yep, I took Teresa Rose's course, which was great, and I learned a lot. But hang on just a second, because Deanna is awesome. Yeah, Deanna Balestra.
And what does she do?
She has a Pinterest company called. Oh boy, I'm terrible at this. I believe it's Tiny Social Media Marketing. I believe is what it's called.
Oh, I think I have heard of that.
Anthony has had her on, and he's sent out a lot of stuff about.
No, I think I have heard of her because I think I read Anthony's email, but she basically runs your Pinterest account.
Yep, and I hired her we're in our second month, and everything that I've given her, sales have gone up on. Again, I can't track it. I don't have hard numbers. But I've given her stuff that sells, and I've given her stuff that hasn't sold in a while. I've given her stuff that's brand new. And so far, I'm seeing a pretty good result from it.
Nice.
And my Pinterest account is getting bigger and bigger every day as far as people looking at it, saving my pins, all that stuff. And it's totally hands off, which I love. I can't like that. I took Teresa's course, which was awesome. The thing is, I need somebody to do it for me.
Exactly, and that's the problem that I'm running into now. Is I'm just trying to, I'm a one-man operation, and I'm just trying to do everything by myself, and it's just my mind is about to explode, man. It's at some point I might end up looking like you and lose all my hair or something. But
it might be a good look for you. You never know.
It might. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, it's not.
Try it out.
No, Glenn, remember I told you? Dude, I shaved my hair one time. It didn't look good, man. Some people just have the right dome. I don't have that dome, man. It doesn't look good.
I was sort of forced into it by genetics, but
you got the nice dome, though, man.
Yeah, I lucked out.
But yeah, that's something I need to look into then, because like I said, I'm trying to do too much. Let's talk about Merch Design Factory.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Okay, I have 3 partners. It's me, Leslie Rich, and Kyle Wright. We used to be together with Merch Ready, and the 3 of us left Merch Ready, and we started Merch Design Factory in January, or actually February. And basically, what we sell are pre-made merch by Amazon Designs.
Okay.
We'll give you titles, and we'll give you. We used to do the bullets for everyone. We stopped doing that, and now we give 6 to 10 keywords, and we give you like a template of like 8 to 10 sentences, like we would use in bullets, and you say you would put the keywords here, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally makes sense. And how's that working out for you guys? Business is good?
Yeah, business is great. Yeah, we have a great business foundation under it, and yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's totally smart. We keep saying, as much as we love Amazon, you should always go outside of Amazon and build an income stream for yourself. And it looks like you guys did that with Merch Design Ready. Now, what's the process as far as you guys looking up the niches and all that for Merch Design Factory?
We have set guidelines that our people look at. We have, we have like 30 employees now at this point, and that includes that includes designers, trademark checkers. We have like 5 trademark checkers. Trademarks are like the biggest thing, because you gotta make sure nobody's
because it has to be legit.
Yeah. And then we have writers and researchers, stuff like that. We have 2.
Great Scott, 30, but dude, you guys are like the real deal Holyfield, man. You guys are just a full on design factory over there.
We are, yeah, man. We push out a lot of designs a month, a lot of designs a week.
Okay.
And because of summer, everything's slowed down in the summer. Even us, we slowed down a little bit. So you have to like rein it in a little bit. But one of the big things that we have coming up, I'm hoping next week we're going to be able to launch it, is that right now everything's bought blind. So you just see the niche. And of course, that's because you don't want anybody to come in, look at your site, and steal all your designs.
Exactly. It makes total sense.
We're going to be starting a membership to the site. It's going to be a small fee per month, just because we don't want, tire kickers and people just coming in to steal stuff. So small fee per month. And then you have access to 3 different tiers of designs: standard designs, which are like you would usually buy on our site; illustrations, which are 100% illustrated; and then premium designs, which is just, premium designs.
Okay,
cool. You'll be able to see all that stuff before you buy it.
All right, nice. So you get to actually see the designs for a small fee, and then if you want, you can purchase them on the spot. No, it sounds perfect, man. I need to sign up for that, of course.
Yeah, we wanted, initially, especially when we started Merch Ready, we wanted to kind of stay away from that, because we didn't think people wanted memberships. But now we're getting to the point in the business where it's like people really want to see the stuff before they buy. And you're going to sell more if people can see it. And I think, people, I mean, I certainly would pay, a little bit a month to be able to see what I'm buying, as opposed to just buying it blind per niche. You know what I'm saying? So we just thought maybe we'll just start offering it as a subscription to people and see how it goes.
Okay. And so that's coming out next week?
I am hoping next week. Yeah, I'm buttoning it up with our website guy right now as we speak, and hopefully should be ready by next week.
Awesome. Well, yeah, no, we'll definitely keep our eyes open for that. So, Matt, I forgot to ask you, man, where are you calling in from?
Rochester, New York.
That's up north, right?
It is. Yeah, it's right in between Syracuse and Buffalo, right on Lake Ontario, right directly across the lake from Toronto. So, yeah, I'm like 6-7 hours from New York City. Okay. So, like, everybody says, "Oh, you're from New York." Oh, I've never been to New York City. Yeah, well, man, it's like Detroit's almost closer than New York City.
Wow. Hey, are you gonna make it out to Seattle this year?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, cool, man. We'll definitely be there, and we look forward to talking to you there. But hey, man, it's been fun having you. Thanks for coming on the show, man. And again, we apologize for not having reached out sooner. I know you and I talk, occasionally behind the scenes, man. But let's finally talk to you face to face. Glenn, do you have any more questions or comments for our good guest here?
I thought the interview was pretty smooth. I like it, so we're good to go.
All right, man. Well, thanks so much, Matt.
Yeah, good talking to you guys.
Awesome show. Awesome guest. What more do you guys want, huh? What more do you guys want?
Laid back guest.
What more do you guys want? We bring you guys the best guest.
Okay. You kind of hit him hard though with the whole bald thing. Like I was kind of like, man, this guy Yong's just going in.
Hey man, he should be proud of his dome. Ain't nothing wrong with what, man? He should be proud of his dome. Look, I'll be the first one to tell you, man. I told you. Look, my dome is all jacked up, man. It doesn't look good.
Look kind of rugged, kind of.
Oh, dude, man, I've shaved it one time, dude. Oh man.
Never again.
Never again. I didn't even look like the golden child, man. I looked like something else. I looked like one of those damn aliens.
We should get you like some sort of bet or something. So if you lose, then we could see you without hair.
I'll tell you what. When Neil Lassen shaves his hair, I'll shave it with him.
Oh man, yeah, we know that's now we know that's never gonna happen.
Never say never.
Okay, never say never. All right, well, we have that in video form. So,
but yeah, man, great show with Matt. Really nice guy. What else, man?
I think that's it. I mean, solid show, solid interview, and then we're creeping closer to episode 100. So.
What are we going to do for 100?
I don't know. We got to do something.
Do you want to try and do it in Seattle or you want or what?
We should do it in Seattle. I think it makes more sense. Unless we're just going to do like we'll just do a cheap snippet episode of all 100 parts.
What the hell are we going to do? Are we going to skip a week and just go to like 100?
We have to figure something out.
Okay, well, we need to figure out something soon because we're already on 95, man.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll figure that out.
Okay. Guys, thank you thank you for listening as always. Glenn, where can people find you?
Email me hustlerhacks1@gmail.com. Email is better than DM.
Okay, cool. And email me at yong@geekhustle.com or just tag me on Facebook. Thank you, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you.